Hey kiddies, the Angry Photographer here, back from vacation. Nikon just came out with a nice little application for your iPhone or your iPad. It's totally free. Just go to the App Store and type in Nikon. Here it is. Now, the app is very fast to download, but once it does that, it'll take like another 10 minutes to download the main content that the application is associated with. So let's bring it up here. Here's some BS propaganda videos, which are somewhat interesting if you don't have a lot of knowledge about lens technology. You might find some of this stuff interesting as far as exactly how vibration reduction works, what it is. I'm not interested in that. But you've got a list of comparisons, lens categories. Over here you have specifications and sample images and the contents of the map. Let's type on lens categories, and here you see we can choose between FX lenses or DX lenses or special purposes, prime, zoom, G, D, manual focus, and teleconverters. Let's go to FX lenses. Yeah, FX lenses. Here we go. I think I've got it selected for all. Let's go to primes. Okay, 12 to 24. Focal length. You can sort by F number or focal length. You could choose whether you want vibration reduction or not. You can compare. Let's just take a look at one of our primes. There's the 16 to 35, not a prime, excuse me. The 16 to 35 zoom. Over here on each lens you have product outline, specifications, number of elements. Very, very nice. You can go back. I went too far, of course. Lens categories. Let's go to the 14 to 24. That lens that makes me have, every time I use this lens I got an O face. It means when you have this lens on your camera, you go, oh, oh. Of course, it's only $1,900 too. Yeah, sample images. You can take any image and zoom in. It's like, oh, okay. Focal length that it was taken at, the aperture and the shutter speed. There's another image that was taken with the 14 to 24. Focal length this time is 15 millimeters, aperture 3.5, shutter speed 1/200th of a second. Here's a goofy image. That looks exactly like something Nikon would produce for their free applications. Something really goofy and douchey. 1424 is great for astrophotography. Specifications of the lens. Back to search. Content map. Sample images. Specification comparison. There's a lot of stuff you can actually go into here. You can choose all lenses. There's also an index. Let's see, specification comparison. Let's look at all of them. You go down the list. There's another zoom, high power, PCE, micro, manual focus. Anyway, the list goes on and on. You can choose anything you want. It's like, oh, okay, I'm interested in that 20mm 2.8 manual lens. Let's look at its specifications. Let's take a look at the lens simulator, and this will give you a relative idea of the angle of view of the 20mm 2.8 Nikon, for example. And you can see the angle changes. So we go from FX to DX, so you can see the angle of view. There's a lot of interesting stuff on this, and you can compare and contrast and look at this detailed specification chart. Oh my, and of course it's all totally free. Yes, it is Nikon propaganda, nevertheless it is extremely helpful, and I think it's pretty freaking awesome. And so you can look at all the elements, normal zoom, high power, whether it's an FX or DX, number of elements, construction, VR, EGD, sorted by category, type, manual, fisheye, macro, wide, tele, and a partridge in a pear tree. Anyway, this is a great little application. I suggest downloading it for your iPhone. While you're sitting there scratching your ass in some waiting room, you can educate yourself, or you can on Nikon lenses, or you can take a look. Like here's an example. Here's the 10.5 fisheye, the DX fisheye lens, which I've got a couple of. Like, oh, okay, what sort of image do I get with a fisheye? Like, oh, look, there it is, and I can even zoom in, so that's what I get. Oh, nice. See, if you have this little application, you can look at all these lenses, and you can go, oh, that's my next lens. Yeah, slightly crazy, I know. Anyway, they've, even though the application's free, and it's obviously, it's Nikon's little segue to get you to look at their lenses, it is extremely helpful, and it's got a lot of really useful information. You can also learn a few things on what lens what, and take a look at some sample images, and the sample images I don't believe are heavily doctored at all by them to make every lens. Of course, Nikon does produce some pooper lenses. Let's take a look at the zoom normal. Let's take a look at a pooper lens here. The 24 to not the 24 to 85 VRG, which I highly recommend, but the 24 to 85 284 IF, which this lens is a real piece of crap. I mean, crap. It's like, well, here they found the best shot they could of it, and even the best shot doesn't look that good. Focal length, f8, lens simulator specifications. All very, very handy. You can zoom in, you can see the element construction of how they got the elements laid out. So, anyway, check it out. No, I am not pimping Nikon stuff. Nikon does not have their hand in my pocket. I just thought that you guys would like this. It's on the App Store. It's free. Download it for your iPhone and all your Apple devices, because if you have too many iDevices, that means you're an official eye-hole, like me. Yes, I know Apple ultimately is a corporate douchebag, but so is every major company. But anyway, the application's free, and it's actually, unbelievably, it's actually far, far better than I thought it would be. So check it out. Just type in Nikon on the App Store and take a peek-see at all the possibilities, and you can actually learn a thing or two if you're a novice on lenses, lens construction, and what things mean, because they've also got a little reference chart where you can actually look up what something is. You can say, I want to go to a lens, excuse me, like here. Let's look at the wonderful lens. Like, okay, this lens has SWMNEDAS. What does all that crap mean? While you're sitting there on the toilet, wiping your ass or dropping a big one, you can take a look at that and go, oh, that's what all that stuff means. RF means rear focusing. ED, super ED glass. FLN, SWM, 7-wave motor. VR, vibration reduction. On and on and on, blah, blah, blah. So, you can learn something at the same time. So even though it is Nikon propaganda, it's very helpful. Like, here's some of the key features of the 14 to 24. The one of my favorite lenses. Unfortunately, it's $1,900. Nevertheless, I still love it. Thankfully, it is fully insured, as it should be. So, yes, I've flapped my lips too much, but that is due to too much caffeine! That and the fact that I've been on the road for the past 1,000 miles for the past 2 days, dodging idiots in traffic on I-75 trying to kill me. Yes, you can actually see here, I have Goat Simulator installed. It is a lot of fun. Thanks for watching. Another little crazy video from the Angry Photographer. Catch you later, bye.